Oh dear. This is episode 8 of the One Car SHAR challenge. And unlike the previous parts, which have been generally quite easy for the longest time, we've now gotten to what has been the hardest car so far. Now, I know the final time of this car. And the time might shock you, so I'm not actually going to reveal this one, because the other ones I'll reveal because it's not that big of a deal. But this one has to be seen to be believed. The thing is, I don't remember anything about how this handled, or more of how this handled the game. I don't remember how hard it was. But the time is... Yeah, the ending time was quite a lot. So... we might be seeing probably quite a lot of this big bastard not quite ploughing its way through the game, but doing a decent job at it. So this is the Plow King. The Plow King kicks off our second set of vehicles, being the special purchasable vehicles, as I call them. These are cars that can be found in each of the 7 levels that, unlike the other purchasable vehicles which can be bought from Gil, these vehicles are bought from specific NPCs. In level 1 you have the Plow King, which is bought from Barney. Level 2 you have Mr. Plow, which is bought from Homer. Level 3 is the school bus from Otto. Level 4 is the tractor from Willy. And it's the only one that actually is not required to be in the game. Level 5 has the car built for Homer from Homer. Level 6 has the Globex supervillain car from Kearney. And level 7 has the zombie car from the Zombie. So, yeah, the Plow King is actually supposed to be bought, but you have to buy it to start 1-3, this mission, office-based. And let's see how well it handles its actual mission. And yeah, it's actually already doing a worse job than some of the other cars, which isn't particularly fantastic. It's doing, I mean, you can see here the damage it does, though, is quite spectacular from just one good hit. Took off about half his health. Still a pretty quick 1-3. Now 1-5. Now, I always say this mission is super easy. Let's see if it's actually remotely a challenge when using the Plow King. As we can see here, we can't stay anywhere near this vehicle. We have to use the shotgun to try and get up to it. The trick with 1-5 is the closer you stay to the surveillance van, the faster it drives. The further you are away, the slower it drives. So the fastest way of beating this mission is obviously to stay as close as you can. But staying too close can be quite risky, because you've got to be careful of it just being so fast that it crashes into walls and gets stuck, and it just can be a bit annoying. So you've got to play a bit of scalemetrics with it, where you've got to make sure when's the right time to speed up and when's the right time to slow down so it doesn't crash into anything. In that case, we crashed into a wall when usually that's the wall that the surveillance van likes to crash into. But as you can see, still not a troublesome mission in any way. I don't know why I'm using the mouse this time. But any second, like single second that we may save from that doesn't really make much of a difference in a run like this. We're going to try using the block-off strategy for Bone Storm. And yeah, I just kind of fumbled it a little bit there. But to be honest, we should be more than okay to collect enough things because, yeah, I mean, probably get quite a quick 10 boxes, actually. Can we get the last one? Oh, there we go. And then we can take the shortcut. That's very good. Generally, quite a quick Bone Storm is if you manage to, you know, get all 10 and then you're able to take that shortcut without really any backtracking or need for backtracking. So that was pretty good. And that was because we have a big chunky car that can obviously just get in the way of the vehicles, which is very, very nice. Now let's see, can the Plow King make the shortcut? Yes, it can. Why? I don't know, because most of the cars so far haven't been able to do it. I think the only 2 that have been able to do that shortcut have been the sedan and the 70 sports car. But for some reason, the Plow King can do it completely fine. I don't know why. I'm not going to complain. It's it actually gets a faster level 1 than quite a few vehicles coming up. But yeah, it's any success is going to be short-lived. That is only level 1, bear in mind, and now we're going to get into the more challenging missions. Although the Plow King, I will say, definitely will not be the worst. And I mean, look at that. Somehow we got an incredibly quick, easy escape from Skinner there. He must have gotten stuck. He must have gotten stuck on something. But yeah, even if not, going through the washing machine, going through the car wash would have been like pretty much guaranteed to have worked. I'm tempted to skip ahead because I will spoil this. We are able to get to the places in time, and we get busted, we get smashed. Fine, totally fine. What I want to see though is how well we escape from Wiggum, as this is the only challenge in level 2, and see, I'm actually doing something quite funny here. I think I wanted to try see if I could damage the car, but no. I decided to just push it out of the way using the Plow King, and that will affect it. That means it will actually start back there, which is quite fun. And yeah, the thing is, we get the trick anyway, so we probably could have actually just gone through there and maybe beaten the mission. So now we have to take the much slower but also very consistent strat of going up this ramp, and yeah, not quite making the jump, but we did manage to get away from Mr. Wiggum. 2-3, a tricky race. Now let's see. This will be the hardest car that we've used to beat the game and this race thus far. So let's see how well it handles 2-3. Because again, I'm saying this like I know. All I know is the final time, but I don't know how well it does. And yeah, we must have gotten very lucky. I think it might have crashed into the side of the Plow King and just gotten trapped, which is very, very fortunate for us. We're going to skip this bit. We're going to go straight to the race, and we're going to see how the race goes. So I think I take the shortcut. Yeah, I do the cheat. And still take about 5 years to turn around, and we're only barely ahead of Snake. And now we're not ahead of Snake. Now we are way behind him. So we haven't got much time to try and overtake Snake. The finish line is in sight. I'm not sure if we fail. We might fail, or we might get a really lucky victory. We do! Wow, that was close. That was very, very close, actually. Better than beef, eh? Well, this mission isn't going to be a problem. You do the mission anyway in Cletus' pickup truck, which is an abysmal vehicle. So this is basically just like doing the mission normally, to be honest. Not really much of a problem. The escape section, though, seems to not be fantastic. What happens here? Okay, this seems normal. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that escape. It's just that we seem to be a little bit too slow, that we can't... We have to go all the way up to the hospital. And if we had to go back on ourselves, yeah, that could be quite problematic. This mission, 2-6. Just, well, even for the Plow King, you have so many monkeys. You got so much time, sorry. Not so many time. So much time to get the monkeys. 4 minutes to get 30 monkeys. That's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, you've got enough time to get through this mission. A bit of a slower 2-6 though, because of obviously the speed of the Plow King. But you know, totally fine. Totally fine. We've not yet failed a mission, which is quite impressive. That will change, and it will not change with sellout type. Would be very surprised actually if I lost to sellouts. But I mean, yeah, look, these slight tiny taps do very good damage actually to the cell cars. Oh, he's tricked me here, but he's blown himself up. Nice. Drive around here. Oh, look at the damage. Almost dead from one collision. We should have realistically have gone around the other way, but blowing up the taxi seemed to have blown up the car as well, which is fantastic. Again, I'm not going to complain about results. But look at the damage we do to these cars with just like these little hits. Wow, wow, wow. This is an impressively good sellout. 6 minute. I actually didn't think we got a 6-minute sellout. We did. Look at that. That is the sign of an incredibly fast sellout. And that really is the only actual strength of the Plow King. Is the unbelievable strength of the Plow King. It's super heavy. Super heavyweight. And of course it's a Juggernaut vehicle, so it has 10 out of 10 armor. It's slow though. But it seems that it doesn't matter. The destructive capabilities of this thing are unbelievably good. Very, very, very good. It's just so strong. It's so powerful. And at least it has some kind of strength, because obviously in terms of its speed and handling, which aren't massively fantastic, yeah, there is a little bit of a problem there, especially when doing a majority of the missions. But for those select few missions, the Plow King certainly does have a big strength, and you've got to love it for that. But as we see here, this race, just not even a problem for the Plow King. Doesn't even care that this mission exists. Clueless as well is, yes, also just completely doable. Now, we can't actually fit through. I don't know if we end up fitting through that little gap later, but we can't quite yet. At least we can still do that shortcut, obviously. I mean, every car can do that. And of course, every car can do this, because it's all just about resetting the car. So, yeah, totally fine. Definitely a much slower Clueless, but again, totally fine. Totally fine mission. Now here comes the first mission that is a worry. Bonfire of the Manatees is not been particularly pleasant to us in the past. So we're going to see how bad it is. And I don't even attempt to get the trick, which is a absolutely moronic idea. I don't know why I didn't even attempt to try and smash him in, because it probably would have worked. Maybe not because of the speed, because you need like a car that's fast and also weighty enough. But I mean, yeah, we're doing honestly surprisingly quite well. Not massively well, because we are just completely ignoring the fact that we've got a bunch of... Why did I ignored 3 drops? What the what am I doing? Was I playing this with my feet? Because, like, it's not that you can't play games with your feet. The people who do are actually incredible. But, you know, I actually, why am I playing this with my ears? My cock? It looks like it, because I'm, like, embarrassing. The thing is, I would have won. I would have actually won the mission if I just picked up those 3 items. That was a pathetic fail. That was an actually pathetic fail. Now I think I'm going to try to do the actual thing of seeing how many I can make him drop by just ramming into me. 5. Okay. Not fantastic. Really, I don't know why I didn't even bother trying to go for the trick. Now he's taking the shortcut, and yeah, look, the effort the Plow King has to put in just to fail the jump. Oh my god. Okay, so hopefully I don't get 3 drops and then lose by 3 drops again. No, I'm just not even fucking trying by the looks of it. Did I learn from my mistakes? Yes, I did. This is humiliating. Actually, I might not have been able to get those 3. I don't think I might not have had enough time. What am I doing with this mission? Maybe it actually was really hard. I don't remember though. It has been about 3 weeks maybe since I've done this. So, you know, crikey, to be honest. Maybe 3. I think it was 3 weeks actually, yeah. Oh dear. So this is attempt number 3 of Bonfire. And we're not really doing much better, are we? Why am I not trying to trap him? Is my question. Can we do anything here? Nope, because I'm off angle. If I was flat straight, I think I'd be fine. He's gonna dupe me, isn't he? Watch this. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was just gonna dupe me. Oh my god. Is this the risk? I think it is. Oh, this is when I get conked. Yeah, that's when I get conked. I remember that. Oh, that was so close. That was like probably frames off of winning. Because the drive back is fine. This is attempt number what, 4 now? And here I am just refusing to pick up anything. Just genius. Absolute galactic brain maneuvers here. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff. I'm amazed. We're getting some taps. We're doing a lot better here. I think I've locked in now for attempt number 4 of Bonfire. Yeah, we could probably get 1 skunk from that. Nice. Still got about 30 seconds to get 5 drops, and none of my collisions are doing absolutely anything to this guy. So, yeah. And I somehow doubt in 10 seconds I'm going to get 4 more drops. I can barely get 1 more drop. 4 attempts. This is attempt number 5. 5th try. 5th try for this guy. Yeah. I think I tried to go for the trick there, and then, as you saw, I just do not have enough speed to reasonably push him. So again, these 5 hits. I think I'm going to try block him off this way and see if I can get more. Yes, that is what I'm doing, actually. See, I remember my game plan. Okay, nice. A lot better. 5th attempt, 5th try. Potentially. Hopefully, 5th try. This is, yeah. We failed 4 times. If we fail again, we're halfway through our fails. The allowed fails. And there we go. On the 5th attempt, we finally beat this mission. That's a good sign for things to come with the Plow King. We're going to get some troublesome missions. Thankfully, Hellfish 3-4 should not be a problem, because it's a destruction mission, and we are the Plow King. And this destruction mission anyway is actually fairly quite easy, to be honest. It's pretty doable. It's really not that big of a problem. Skipping forward to the next one. Oh, yes, look at that. Big, massive damage. Huge ram. Kill? Yep, not even a problem. Very, very relaxing, cathartic after the nightmare that was Bonfire. Hellfish, though, sounds like a scary mission. And it just isn't. But this is scary now. I've got to chase down this speedy bastard. Speedy Gonzalez. Is he going to make it anywhere substantial? Beyond us, he is. Yes, he is. Can he go much further, though? Let's see. Well, he's duped us. I hope we don't fail this mission. I hope we don't fail this one. It looks like we might fail this one. No. 1 more hit. There we go. Oh dear. It's slithery sleuthing. It's 3-5. Level 3s. The bane of my existence. Gotta go through about 20 odd minutes of just boring easy missions to finally get to the challenge. And the challenge definitely hits, and it does not muck around. After 3, 2... Crikey, you've got some hard missions on your hands now. And this one, let's see how many attempts we have to do this. 1 fail. Attempt number 2. Let's see how this one goes. We can grab the jeans. Can we grab the dead old man? Is it Mole Man? Hans Molman? Maybe. I think it is. It's got the green trousers and the white shirt. Attempt number 2. 2nd try. Ooh. Yes. It is. Sorry, I'm hearing stuff. I'm hearing hearing knocking at the door. But I think it's just the wind. I think the wind's just blowing. Okay. 2nd try. Sorry, that's just the kind of stuff that should be cut out. Can't really do that in these videos because it is just one continuous, a big, massive thing. Maybe it's the debt collectors coming to find me. That'd be really annoying. Because here's some real life stuff. Because this video's gonna be long enough anyway. Here's some real life stuff while I get over the fear that there's someone outside my door. Although surely they'd hear me and they'd probably say like, "Oi, wait." Hello? Nah, no one there. Or if there is, they're just being very funny with me. No. Yeah, it's the wind. It's making everything creak. Oh, bloody thing. So my accommodation decided to it'd be really, really freaking awesome if after 2 of the term payments for rent, they changed the website that you use to pay rent on. One failed. And they decided to change that in the middle of the year after already paying 2 of the rent. So I go into the old website to try and pay for my third rent payment, and I click pay, and then I get this weird evil HTML page is like error has occurred, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh fuck, have I just like lost like a grand and a bit to some random scammers because they've hacked the page? No, they just thought it'd be really, really cool to just make a new website where you have to re-register, because I tried to log in on the new website with my credentials and it was like unauthorized. Apparently you have to re-register, but it's not even re-register. You just have to register a new account, but it will also just be your old one. It's like, why do it like this? Why not just use the old website? It was completely fine, and it's both under the same name. Fucking stupid people. That was close. Oh my god. But no, what a fucking stupid thing. And I got an email that's like, if you do not pay, we will get debt collectors around. Awesome. I've paid it now, but I've had to use a bank transfer. And now I'm a bit like, I hope they've got the money. I hope they've got enough. It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. I cannot wait to be done with this and just to have finally left this fucking place. If you don't know what it's called, I'm not going to tell you because I'll get told off. It'll probably be libel and slander. It's not really. It's just a review. And everyone who stayed here basically says the same thing of this place is just shit. If you are a student, a uni student, I should say, rather, not just a student, in Sheffield, you may very well know what I'm talking about. Or at least you may have some kind of idea, because it seems this fucking place, this business, owns all of these accommodations now. And this management they're just fucking, they're so stupid. They're the stupidest people around. We've got people basically no older than me who are running this place. And they're just the most brain dead, soy boy people. And I'm not one of those people who's like alpha male. But like, they just, oh, this isn't very good, is it? But no, they are just the most fucking like, they're just so dumb. It's like, no, really? On God? We've got to put our trust in you, of all people? Very well, if you insist, but... Oh my God, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Oh, that was the end of the first part. We're on 23 minutes. This will be a lengthy one, actually. This will be a very lengthy part. This will be like an hour. Easy an hour. Starting on level 4. Go to double speed. There's nothing in level 4 that really worries me with the Plow King. Even though it's level 4, you think it should be quite hard. There's nothing that comes to mind that's going to be problematic. I hate hearing these creaks because I keep thinking someone's at the door. And I've known so many people at uni who just will knock on your door and you'll say hello. And they just won't actually fucking say anything back. And he's like, well, that's just what you do. You hear a knock on the door, you go hello. If no one responds, you don't fucking look, do you? Because it's like, oh, it must be a creak. And this shit building, because it's slightly windy, everything's creaking. The doors are creaking, the windows are creaking. There's probably people shagging upstairs above my head. My God, you can just never tell now, and I'm paranoid. It's just paranoia. I'm going to be talking about the Plow King, and it's more that I'm being mentally mind plowed by creaking windows and shit. And look at this, we're so far away from Lard Lads. This was a pretty poor thing. Did I even attempt to try and block the thing off? I probably did. I'm probably not paying attention because I'm paranoid. I'm just like, oh my God, what's going on? And then I'm taking this route, which is just ridiculous. And then I become really intelligent and forget where I'm going. I didn't do that on purpose. I was autopiloting and I just totally forgot, like, oh, I haven't beaten the mission yet. Oh. I'm not supposed to go home. Oh well. This mission, 4-2. Following's fine, but any mistakes is going to be rough, because now with these follow missions, they won't really wait around for you. I mean, that was the same with 3-5, but yeah. Unfortunately, we do get shit like this. I mean, the good thing is, this one already is slow anyway. So, you know, having Cletus get, like, stuck and shit doesn't really change things much. It slows down a little bit more, but it's not going to be the end of the world if you get stuck. But we are pretty fine. This probably won't be the biggest issue in the world. I'll skip ahead though. And we fail. Okay, good. How did I fail? Oh, I got busted. And then, yeah. We've lost. Lost 4-2. I believe this time we win. Yes, we do win the second attempt, because I'm going to get busted like an idiot. 4-3 though. Again, probably shouldn't be too bad. Again, this is a force car mission in the base game. You have to use Cletus' pickup truck, which is a very bad car. The Plow King is probably around about as good to drive as the pickup truck is, so it's almost like just playing the regular game at this point, which isn't too bad. It really means, to be honest, that 4-3 should never be much of an issue. The game forces you to use a shit car, so using a shit car for this mission isn't that big of a deal. And because the Plow King is quite big, we're able to actually just, you know, cruise our way through. I'm getting a nice breeze actually from the window here. This is the first time staying in this accommodation on my 3rd year, so 3rd time's a charm. I actually get a room where you get a breeze from the window. Fantastic. It's probably because this is the only time that I've actually had a window that faces not into a building. My bedroom window in the 1st year faced into the courtyard, whereas I like surrounded like it's like a square, basically, and there's a courtyard in the middle of like this square of buildings. Not quite, but kind of. And then 2nd year it was facing the building opposite, and then now it's facing over the canal, and it's all fresh and beautiful and lovely, and it's just I can get nice cool air. Lovely, because the main road's not there. I mean, there is actually, because there's the tram and there's the motorway, or the main road, but it's like, oh, good golly. 4-5 though shouldn't be much of a problem. Although saying that, we did fail the previous follow mission, 4-2, so yeah, we could have some trouble. There could be some trouble here, to be honest. Gotta be very careful about turning around there. Quite hard to make that little hairpin turn, but well done for the chasing down for being able to do it, and not well done for the Plow King for not being able to do it. We do seem to be doing a pretty good job though. But I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to have to split this video into 2 parts, I think. 1, because I'm paranoid still, and 2, because this vehicle is going to get much worse. And it's going to get a lot worse, to be honest. But we'll at least get to the end of this mission. As risky as it might be, because we've got cops coming, we've got everyone coming, the Rozzers are everywhere. And yeah, we're fine now. We're fine now. We've beaten the mission. Well done, Plow King. Well, I think we're going to have to see you next time, where we tackle the true extent of the Plow King, just to see how much worse things really get. So stay tuned for that. See you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.